another one. I've just soldered a 0402 surface mount LED there, and down here is a I think this is S scale. So to make the handle, I've drilled holes through, and I've drilled holes for the lights in there as well. So that will be the handle. I'll pull those wires through and get the LED up through the bottom, and then I can colour the 4 ports of the lenses. Okay, so there's the LED pulled through, and all I have to do there now is make the handle and to fit into the hand of a figure. I can just do that. There's the loop. I'll twist those just to give you the idea. So there's the lantern, and the black one off at the back. I want the back one on. That'll be the way I'll be facing. I've got the 4 ports in there. Now what I'm going to try and do is use, come back out again, marker lamp jewels. These are old fashioned. Nobody used to, well, used to use these as lights before you got into lighting, but I've got some coloured ones in there, and I'm going to try and put those in there and see whether I can get the light to come through the jewel. There's the yellow jewel, and the red jewel. I'm working around this camera again, and a green. Okay, they've got a red on the side there, got green there, so that'll be the way it's going to be shown. And that's not too bad, pretty happy with that. Even using the old jewels rather than Tamiya paints in there, that's pretty good. I might change that green out. Okay, well there's the conductor. This is the one off the San Juan car company coach. Had to replace the hand lantern. Come in a little bit, and you can see what I'm doing here is there's a wire out his back. I'll turn him there. That's the crank wire that's making his arm move up and down when he waves. So his arm can move, and to do that, people ask me how I make these things move. Let's take him out of here for a sec. The arm is separate, and it's got a little wire on it, and that wire fits through a hole I've drilled in here, and you can see the amount of movement that's there. Also, you can see the cavity that I've had to make there, and because I painted it dark, you don't really see that so much. So that's all there is to it there. Down the bottom there, I've drilled holes. One on this side here for him to locate on the platform, and the other one is where we feed the wires down his leg, and I've nicked out that little bit in there so the wires can come out and run right on the edge of the wall and the floor and run inside the coach and connect up to the decoder. Now we've put some glue there, some Wellbond glue, just to hold the lantern in the right position so that the lens ports will show, and we'll let that dry, and give it 12, I'll give it till tomorrow, and then we'll come back to it. And just using the lead tester for that. Okay, well there he is. Before we put him onto the coach, you can see I've run the wires out the back of his leg. So they come out from his arm, down the body, and out through the his back heel. So he's standing up against the wall of the coach, and they'll go in at the floor level, and that wire there is going to be connected up to the motor inside, working up and down. So there'll be a little bend in that, and a piece of very fine brass tube goes over that to work it up and down. As he does that, his arm will move up and down. There's a lead inside there. You can use these inside buildings, these sort of things. I think they work better with an 0603 lead because you've got more surface area of the resin light package to push out the light. 0402s, they got their purpose and that sort of thing there, but yeah, just for jewellery little lamps and putting them in. That's the 0402. That's magnet wire. There's using another fancy one of these jewellery bits, and putting the that's an 0402 again, just doing a test, but 0603s look better in those unless you're in the wind scale.